I have killed all known germs in that bathroom, and a few unknown ones.
Serves you right. It's you that leaves a dirty grey oil slick every time you have a bath, plus enough hairs to weave Burt Reynolds a spare syrup.
It's all gone now, Trace. That bath is so clean you could toss a salad in it.
Good. Now you can do the downstairs, Lav.
Hang on. How comes you get to dust the Wedgwood knickknacks and I spend the day with a bog brush welded to me arm?
Because the last time you did any cleaning, John Major was still a faceless nobody.
John who? Anyway, I do cleaning, Trace. I wiped up that takeaway biryani I spilt down the back of the radiator, didn't I?
What biryani?
Nothing.
No milk, slice of lemon if you have such a thing. Aren't you going to introduce me to your new cleaning lady, Tracy?
Oh, shut up, Dora. She'll want paying.
I had to sack mine last week for scratching my vanity unit. Oh, you couldn't do my house too, could you, Sharon?
I'd rather French kiss Hannibal Lecter.
It was just a thought. Now, what are your plans for Sunday?
Consumer testing my duck and Dan with any luck.
We're shampooing downstairs carpets, Shal. Why? What do you have in mind?
Epping.
Oh, I don't know, Dor. I've never been epped.
What's going on in Epping, then?
A car boot sale. Now, I've just had lunch with Melanie Fishman, and she told me all about the one she went to last week.
Melanie Fishman? She's yanking your chain.
No, really. She picked up a Carltonware vase, 6 fish knives, and a 19-year-old bricklayer called Jason.
Oh, I get it. And you want to go to one too, see if there's any more where he come from.
Exactly. You see, I looked at myself in the mirror this morning when I was doing my calonetics. And I realised I still have the body of a 19-year-old.
I thought Melanie Fishman had him.
She did. And I want one too. So, are you coming with me?
Oh, you don't want us around, Dor, cramping your style.
Mary Whitehouse couldn't cramp Dorian's style.
Oh, come on, you might pick up some bargains. Sharon, don't those jumble sale clothes you wear need replacing?
I'll have you know, this is not second-hand.
Bloody is, Shal, it's mine.
Oh, please come, it might be fun.
I'll tell you what, why don't we sell stuff? There's loads of Chris's old tat in the flat in Edmonton. Might as well make something out of useless ponce.
Yeah, and I could get rid of some of Garfie's old gear. You got anything you want to get rid of, Dor?
Only a husband. Well, we could give the proceeds to a worthy cause.
Yeah, help the aged.
Save the children.
Treat the Sharon would do me.
Turn it down. Someone will grass us up to the bad taste police.
You don't hear records like that anymore.
No, I think they passed a law. You found anything valuable?
Only Diamond Dogs, personally autographed by David Bowie. True Blue, personally autographed by Madonna.
You're kidding. Got any more?
The best of Elvis, with font, with golds, Elvis Presley.
Oh, my Garfie used to wear this. He looked just like a cute little Eskimo.
Oh, my Chris used to wear this. He looked like a dirty great plonker. Night fever, we've forgotten how to do it. Woo!
When you first met your Chris, you said he had John Travolta's eyes.
Yeah, well, the thieving toe rag will nick anything that ain't nailed down.
Why'd you marry him, Shal?
Oh, I don't know. Because he snogged great to 3 times a lady. Because he asked. Because marriage seemed to suit you and Daryl so well.
Yeah, we was a bit love-struck back then.
You still are, Trace. When you two gaze at each other across that prison table, even I hear Nigel Kennedy. I bought that. Thought it'd put a bit of excitement back into our sex life. Chris bottled out of wearing it. Oh, the photos! Let's have a look.
Well, where was this?
That's Brighton, I think.
Honestly, the way some people behave at a party, and someone's got to wear that coat afterwards. Another orgy by the look of it.
Oh, yeah. Back then, we had more wild parties than the Young Conservatives.
There's Keith Wheeler when he had that perm that looked like an armpit transplant.
Yeah.
Must have been his 21st. And look Look at them two under the table, snogging in front of everyone.
Where?
There, see? Mind you, what do you expect from a bird who'd wear follow me home and bonk me shoes? Some people got no shame. Who was it, Shell?
No idea. Let's get on with it, shall we, Trace?
Daryl might know.
Would he? Here, Trace. Do you reckon I could flog this up Sotheby's?
It's a bin bag, you lemon.
It's not a bin bag. It's the bin bag I wore to the first ever Sex Pistols concert. Look, it's got Johnny Rotten's autograph on it.
Right, I've cleared out my boot and I found there's no wallpaper table, so we're all set for tomorrow.
If I find someone to fill those, it'll all be worthwhile.
They're never Marcus's.
Oh, Sharon, if Marcus was the sort of man to wear black lycra cycling shorts, do you think I would feel so unfulfilled?
Well, whose are they then?
Luke's. Oh, God, I miss him. OK, so he was a little raw and unseasoned.
Make him sound like a slab of beefsteak.
By all accounts, he was.
But I loved his simple, unpretentious ways.
You mean you liked a bit of rough?
Marcus has accountant's hands. You see, I prefer men whose hands are covered with calluses that snag your stockings. Men who sweat for a living.
Throwing her knickers at Tom Jones next.
I'm sick of predictable assignations in motels off the M25. I want a man whose van is full of tools and tarpaulins. I want spontaneous passion.
Here, show them photos we found, Shell.
What photos?
We found these old photos of spontaneous passion at some party. You'd have thought Boots would have refused to develop them.
Oh, go on, Sharon, show me.
I don't know where they are.
You do? She just wants you to beg a little.
Oh, please, Sharon. Pretty please.
Threw a bucket of cold water over her someone.
What's the big deal?
It's no big deal, Trace. Just give it a rest, will ya? Only photos, for God's sake.
Oh, who rattled her cage?
She's keeping something from me, Dor. I know she is.
Not the biryani down the back of the radiator.
No, not that. What biryani? Down the back of what radiator?
What are you doing, Trace? You ain't still looking for that blue Peter badge I half-inched off you when we was kids, are ya? We look for it tomorrow, eh? Going to bed or what?
It's been niggling me all day. And whenever I said anything, you went into one.
I ain't got the faintest idea what you're talking about.
In this photo. It's Daryl, isn't it?
No, it's definitely Keith Wheeler. Your Daryl wouldn't have been seen dead with a perm like that.
Behind Keith Wheeler. Under the table, snogging that slag. Well, it is, isn't it?
How can you tell? You can only see their feet.
Because he had cowboy boots like that. I remember them distinctly.
Trace, so did half of North London after Kenny Lawrence turned over that shoe warehouse in Tottenham.
Now, just tell me it's Daryl, isn't it?
You're being stupid, Trace.
You're the one being stupid, Sharon. Tell me it's Daryl now or you're out on your ear.
If I tell you it is Daryl?
You're still out because you should have told me.
Well, thanks for being so reasonable, Trace. Other people might have lost their rag about this.
But just tell me it's Daryl, isn't it?
Look, can we talk about this in the morning?
I found a picture of my husband getting his end away under the finger buffet and you want to talk about it in the morning.
I'm going back to bed, Trace.
Sharon.
What?
Is it Daryl?
Yes, Trace. It's Daryl.
Made you some chamomile tea to calm you down.
I'm calm. It's Tracy who's turned mental.
And you don't know why? Or you do know why and you're not telling. Delete where inapplicable.
Dorian, couldn't you mind your own just once in a while?
Not when yours is so interesting.
Good night, Dor.
To be thrown out of one house in the middle of the night is unfortunate. To be thrown out of two is positively foolhardy, particularly as Ian McGaskill predicted ground frost.
OK, Dor. Here's a for instance. Say the husband or wife of someone close to you had had a bit of a drunken leg over years ago. Would you tell?
Oh, if this is blackmail, Sharon, it won't work. Marcus trusts me implicitly for some strange reason.
Hard as it may seem, Dorian, you're not the only person in the world who puts it about.
You don't mean it's Tracy who's gone astray?
Of course not. Daryl has.
Well, prison life can affect some men's sexuality that way.
Not now. Years back at Keith Wheeler's party. Tracy didn't know nothing about it till we started sorting through them bin bags.
So it was Daryl in the photo. Well, I never.
Yes, you do, Dor, all the time. But Daryl doesn't.
Well, who was the woman?
Dunno.
The look on your face, anyone would think it was you.
I do think it was me, Dor. Not that I can remember anything about it. I blame Keith Wheeler's special Hawaiian punch. I'm sure it was 90% proof.
And you've kept quiet about it all these years.
No. I must have blotted it out of my mind till them photos came to light. It's a shame, really. If you are going to have an illicit snog with your sister's hunky husband, it seems a pity to have forgotten about it, doesn't it?
Well, I think you'd feel better if you told her about it.
Dor, I might feel her fist down my throat if I told her about it. I can't. She'd never trust me again.
Yes, perhaps you're right. Ignorance is bliss.
In which case, your Marcus must think he's died and gone to heaven. I must be off my trolley discussing the ins and outs of fidelity with you. It's like talking community care with Saddam Hussein.
I am the perfect person to discuss it with. You see, I know about these things. I've been there.
Yeah. And you've got the grass stains on your bum to prove it.
Tracy will be fine by morning. By the time we do the car boot sale, she'll have forgotten all about it.
She won't want to do the car boot, so I know Tracy.
Oh, of course she will. Leave it to me. Look, what about the Epping Rotarians?
I don't give a monkey about the Epping Rotarians and their charity work. My world's just fallen apart.
Look, of course it hasn't. It's just shifted a little.
Yeah? And you can shift and all. I don't want any rotten old bags cluttering up my patio. Oh.
I warned you.
I do think she is overreacting. I mean, hasn't everyone done something at a party they'd rather forget?
I did a full strip tease to Sing Along a Max on my 18th.
Oh, how embarrassing.
Yeah, I know. It was my record.
I mean, look at all this schmutter.
It's your fault, Dor. I'd still be in my own bed if you hadn't wanted to find yourself a bit of working class tongue and groove.
Well, what are we going to do with it all?
Flog it, of course.
But how? My car is being serviced and we don't have Tracy's car anymore.
And what's that in your garage? A pumpkin?
You don't mean Marcus's Jaguar?
Well, they do still fit 'em with boots, don't they?
Yes, they do. But for Louis Vuitton luggage, not bin bags full of soiled crimpline.
Well, what else can we do, Dor? I can't go home to 2 and 8 Tracy's in. Look, we've collected all this stuff. We might as well sell it. Come on, girls. Get your money out. Don't be mean. LPs, antiques, bric-a-brac, knick-knacks, cycling shorts to get sweaty in, shoes to get... Well, just shoes. You want it, we got it. Walk past at your peril. Come on, love. Nice little bargains
Did
here.
you just make that up?
Just see to your woman, will you, Dor?
You really want that? How much did I ask?
Whatever you can get for it, you dollop.
10p?
It's yours for a tenner, love. They're all the rage at the acid house parties.
£10 for a piece of tasteless kitsch like that? This is fascinating.
Do shut up, Dor. Hang on, love, look, look, look. Genuine Mark Bolan autograph on that. from before he learnt to spell Tyrannosaurus Rex. I can see you're a fan. I'm giving it away £2. Good choice. Thanks a lot, love.
Excuse me, how much are these?
Sharon, would you please see to this person? Hello. What can I do for you?
How much?
How much do you think?
I don't know. 20 pence? Tell you what, I'll give you a £5 at foot lot.
Dorian Green. It's a pleasure to do business with you.
Tom Lucas.
Oh. Goodness, what an enormous wad.
Them in the building trade. Cash in hand sort of thing.
Really? Oh, wonderful.
You couldn't help me to the van, could you?
You have a van?
Yes, with tools and tarpaulins and such like, but we should find some room for it.
Sounds perfect. Just going to see to this nice young man, Sharon.
I'm sure you will. Don't snag your stockings.
Go on, Trace, take it. Tell her I don't want it.
She doesn't want it.
But it's yours. We got 106 quid. A third of it's your share.
Tell her it don't even begin to pay for the hobnob she's had off me since she moved in.
Been keeping a tab, have ya?
They don't make notepads big enough.
OK, I'll keep it. Hush money for not grassing up your squeaky clean husband. Now, if you don't mind, I'm going to go and get some of my gear.
Oh, why didn't she tell me, Dor? I feel so stupid.
She didn't tell you because she was frightened you'd get upset.
Well, it didn't bloody work, did it? I bet all of our mates know what Darryl got up to at Keith Wheeler's party, and God knows where else.
Well, I'm sure they've forgotten by now.
Yeah, well, I shall certainly be reminding him when I visit him on Monday.
Shouldn't you just let sleeping dogs lie?
Not until I find out which dog he's been sleeping with.
Sorry, doll, you've lost me.
And you'll lose me unless you tell me the truth, Darryl.
Eh?
I mean it.
Well, some party, innit? Hold up. That's my sheepskin coat they're doing the business on. Here, can I keep it, Trace? I could get a week's worth of snout for this.
Not that photo. This one. Ring any bells, does it?
Oh.
Reactivate any stirrings in the groin department?
Well, that's Keith Wheeler, innit? When he had that perm that looked like an armpit transplant.
And who's that behind him, snogging under the table?
Got me there, babe.
I have, haven't I? Right by the short and curlies.
What, you think it's me?
I don't think it's you. I know it's you.
Nah. Where'd you say this was?
Keith Wheeler's 21st.
So what do you want me to say?
I want you to say, A, yes, Trace, it's me, B, who the slag is, and C, how long it went on for.
Keith Wheeler's party?
You and her. Hours, months, years.
Yeah, it's me. I recognise them cowboy boots.
Yeah, you got them off Kenny Lawrence.
Yeah, and the thieving bastard sold me one size 7 and one size 9. That's how my bunion started.
Oh, don't try changing the subject, Darryl. Just tell me who the slag is.
Dunno.
Cobblers.
I don't remember, honest. 2 pints of Keith Wheeler's special Hawaiian punch and I lost the use of both my legs.
Oh, so that's why you're laying on top of her, is it?
I swear, Tracy, it's all a blur. I'll tell you one thing, though. I didn't fancy her, I'm sure of that.
Oh, and they're supposed to make me feel better, is it?
Yeah. Well, you know, some underdressed, oversexed sorts, just a bit of mouth-to-mouth when you're out your skull.
And you thought it might be rude to refuse.
Look, I don't know what you're getting so steamed up about. Let's face it, I'm banged up in here for a lot worse than a snog.
Yeah, and you never told me about any of that either.
Just as well, wasn't it? Judging from the amount of aggro I'm getting over a photo. It's history, babe.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I suppose I've got it a bit out of proportion. But you've got to understand I'm on my own out there, Darryl. I need to be sure you're worth waiting for.
I am, babe. Honest, I am. You're what keeps me sane in this nut house. Don't give up on me just because I snogged some old slag years ago in a moment of wild drunkenness. Right.
Come in, you silly cow.
Truce, Trace. Truce, Trace, that's good, isn't it?
Stop being so humble, Sharon. It don't suit you.
Dorian said you went to visit Daryl today.
Yeah.
And?
And we discussed the political situation in the Middle East.
What did he say?
That he'd been out of his brain and he couldn't remember who she was, but it was only the once and he didn't even fancy her. But he was really sorry and he loved me, and could I ever forgive him?
Nice one, Daryl. And can you?
Ain't got much choice, have I?
Am I forgiven for keeping quiet?
I suppose so. But you got to see why I had the hump, Shell. I mean, you're my sister. You're supposed to tell me things like that. It's in the contract.
I see Marcus just now in his garden admiring his hollyhocks.
Don't change the subject.
I ain't, Trace. I thought you and I could pop over and give him a quick rundown on all Dorian's toy boys, up to and including this latest hunk.
Be gutted, Shell.
Exactly. When you know stuff like that, Trace, you're damned if you do tell and you're damned if you don't.
Well, I'd rather know the truth.
Well, go on then. Go and see Marcus. Give him my best while you're ruining his life.
Mind you, I'd have been a sight less miserable these past few days if I hadn't known.
So you see the position I was in?
Yeah, as well as the position Daryl was in with that slag.
Dorian's sofa and half uncomfortable, Trace. And she has skimmed milk. And she won't let me watch Grange Jill.
When are you moving back?
Well, according to my reckoning, we have precisely £6.30 left from what we made on Sunday.
Pina colada, 2 straws and a packet of dry roasted, or the cab fare home.
Well, the night's young, Trace. Might still pull. Then I could grass up to your Daryl, couldn't I?
Yeah, Shell, when he comes out, you won't say nothing about Patsy Edwards or Manfred in Berlin, will you?
I might. Then again, I might not.
I didn't do nothing with them.
You snogged them, though, didn't you?
Yeah, but no tongues.
You can't deny a bit of mental as your father.
Yeah, but that's not as bad.
Of course it is, it's worse. Because you knew exactly what you were doing. At least your Daryl was Oliver Reeded out of his skull when he went astray.
Well, you won't say nothing, Shell.
Of course I won't. What's it worth? Look, there's Dorian with her latest bit of rough and tumble.
Well, you don't look very rough to me. Maybe he likes to scrub the brick dust off of an evening.
I wouldn't mind scrubbing him off. Only in the mental sense, of course.
Oh, girls. Tom. Tom, you remember Sharon from the car boot sale?
Of course I do. I hear you made a nice little packet.
Yeah, we did. Dorian's always been partial to nice little packets, ain't you, Dor?
You should check out some of the car boot sales up in Suffolk. Brilliant stuff going for an absolute song.
I'm Tracy.
Oh, Tom, what nice smooth ends you've got. Not a callus in sight. What washing up liquid you use?
Tom, why don't you go and find a table? I'll come over in a minute.
OK. And if you ever come across anything of interest in your loft, do give me a ring. Bye-bye.
Krypton Comics, the specialist shop for rare comic books. Well, he's trade door, but he certainly ain't rough.
Yes, well, it was all a front and I fell for it. God, I feel so stupid.
Why pretend to be common when you ain't?
Like what we do.
To keep the prices down at the car boot sales. You see, off goes the Armani suit and the old Etonian accent, and on goes the donkey jacket and the Arthur Scargill vowels.
So you've got your hands on a proper knob, haven't you?
£5 he gave me for Marcus's Batman comics, and now I found out they could be worth a fortune.
You must feel well used.
Well, I do, a little. And I suspect he's only taking me out because I've told him Marcus has got 20 years' worth of Supermans in the attic.
And has he?
Haven't got a clue, but it could take him weeks to find out.
Come on, shift.
Here, listen to this, Trace. A disturbing but ultimately unimportant incident in your past will only serve to strengthen your relationship as long as you do not act in haste.
You're kidding. That's my horoscope.
No, that's Gloria Honeyford's. Yours says be extra kind to your sister and do chicken Kiev with oven chips for tea tonight.
Come and Shal, give us an hand. We've got to shampoo the carpets this afternoon.
It says here, shampooing carpets is the path to unhappiness.
You want to move back to Dorian's or what?
No, she doesn't. I'm still finding toenail clippings in the shag pile.
Oh, and you thought I might want them back. Cheers, Dor.
This is leftover jumble.
All right, Dor, you won't catch leprosy from it.
I can't believe with my natural sales ability I didn't manage to flog this. Well, look, bit of a darn, you could still strain spaghetti through it. Oh, they ain't that bad, Trace. Here, remember them blue and yellow platform shoes I made Mum buy me?
They're yours.
Are they? I don't remember.
They are. You got them to go with that red and green dress that made you look like a Christmas tree.
So?
There's something going on here. What is it? I'm very sensitive to mood swings. It's got something to do with those shoes, hasn't it?
They are, see?
The woman under the table's wearing them.
Look, you got to remember, Trace. I overdid the Hawaiian punch and all. I don't remember snogging your Darryl. Honest, I don't.
You didn't?
I must have done them, our shoes.
Which I borrowed for Keith Wheeler's 21st.
It's you?
You kissed your husband.
Tracy Stubbs, you silly mare. You've just put us through a week of hell and it was you tongue sandwiching your husband's under the running buffet all alone. You're the ugly slag he didn't fancy.
You bastard.
How dare you? Kill him. What'll I do when you are far away and I am blue? What'll I do
When I'm alone.